What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Migz here, and today I bring you an updated S-Force deck profile. So don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Let's get into the monsters. Alright, here we are with the monsters. First, I play triple S-Force Rappa Chiyomaru. This card's effect is each opponent's monsters that is in one of your S-Force monsters columns can only target that monster for an attack. Then quick effect, I can banish one S-Force card from my hand. Then I return this card from the field to my hand, and then I can special summon one S-Force monster from my deck in defense mode except itself. So this is pretty much the starter of the deck. You definitely play trio. Then the new support 3 S-Force Retroactive. If a monster I control would be Link Summon, I can use this card in my hand as a link material, but it has to be an S-Force Link monster. Then during my main phase quick effect, I can return this card to the hand, and if I do, special summon one level 2 or higher S-Force monster from your hand. Then if an S-Force monster I control would banish a card from the hand to active effect, I can banish this instead. So these are your 3 starters. That's why you need to maximize out on them. So pretty much this becomes any S-Force card in your hand, and then when it's in the grave, you can banish it to activate another S-Force effect. And in your hand, it can be used as a link monster. So once you get 2 S-Force monsters on the field and this in your hand, you automatically have a link 3 S-Force Justify. Then we get double S-Force Platina. This one is if your opponent's monsters in the same column as the S-Force card, I lose a 600 attack. Then if this card is no more special summon, I can target one of my banished S-Force monsters except itself and special summon it. So as you can see, the requirement for these is banishing and special summoning. And all S-Force monsters have an effect when they're in the same column. Then we play double S-Force Edge Razor. Each time one of my opponent's monsters in the same column as one of my S-Force monsters, it cannot be used as a link material for a link 3 or higher. Then if this card is no more special summon, I can special summon one S-Force monster from my hand except itself. So this is like a marauding captain, and it locks your opponent out from using their monsters in the same column as a link material. Then we play one S-Force or 2 S-Force Orifice, I'm sorry. Then my opponent cannot target any monsters as the same column as one of my S-Force monsters with card effects. Then when a monster my opponent controls activates a card effect, I can banish one S-Force card, then destroy that monster. It sucks that it doesn't negate, but it does get rid of the problem monster, so I'll take it. We play 2 of those. Then we play double S-Force Gravitino. Each of my opponent's monsters in the same column as one of my S-Force monsters is banished when it leaves the field. So pretty much if I have 5 S-Force monsters, all your monsters are going to be banished every time they leave the field. Then if this card is no more special summon, I can add one S-Force card, so it's basically much your searcher. I play 2 of those. Then I play one of the new ones, S-Force Lapua. If this card is no more special summon, I can target one S-Force monster in my graveyard except for itself. Then I can banish one S-Force card from my hand and destroy all monsters my opponent controls in the same column as the S-Force monsters. So you know that's a good form of removal. Play double Ghost Ogre because I feel like there's psychics and hand traps. We play the Cyframe package, triple Gamma, and you gotta play the one driver. Then last but not least, one S-Force Dog Tag. If during my main phase my opponent cannot activate the effects of monsters in the same column as one of my S-Force monsters, if your opponent normal special summon a monster while I control an S-Force monster, I can special summon this card from my hand. So this locks out your opponent from activating monster effects in the same column. So as you can see, this is more of a control deck. You want to control what your opponent does, and you want to maximize to have all 5 different type of S-Force monsters on the field, so all of their effects can be live. But now let's move on to the spells. Here we are with the spells. First, I play triple S-Force Bridgehead. It's a must-have at 3. When I activate this card, I can add one S-Force monster from my deck to my hand. Then when my opponent's monster declares an attack on one of my S-Force monsters in the same column, I can have that S-Force monster not be destroyed by battle. So it's protection, but it's mainly a searcher and one starter card. Then I play some draw power, triple Pot of Extravagance. Shout out to the Albat Strike Structure deck for making this common. Now I can have multiple copies. Then y'all know what it does: banish 3 or 6, then draw 1 or 2. Then I play double S-Force Showdown. I can either special summon one S-Force monster from my hand to the field, or add one S-Force monster from the grave to my hand. Then 1 terraforming, the field spell is important. 1 Signet Mining, the S-Force Orifice and the S-Force Razor Edge are both cybers. And reinforcements of the army, the Rapa Chai Aru and the Retroactive are both warriors. So you know what, you want to play this card definitely. Now let's move on to the traps. All right, here are the traps. I play triple S-Force Chase. Target face-up cards your opponent controls up to the number of S-Force monsters I control with different names and return them to the hand. So it's pretty much ultimate compulse. Then if one of my S-Force monsters will use their effect, I can banish this in the graveyard. Then I play triple Crackdown. Target one of your opponent's monsters and take control of it, but it cannot attack and its effects are negated. But we're gonna use it to link a monster away. Then 1 S-Force Specimen. Basically, if my opponent controls a monster, I can target one of my S-Force that is banished in the grave and special summon it to the same column. Then again, I can banish this instead of banishing a card from my hand. So yeah, let's move on to the extra deck. All right, here's the extra deck. The only main important card in the extra deck is triple S-Force Justify. It's 3 effect monsters, including an S-Force monster. You cannot special summon set monsters to zone this card's points to, and it's pointing 3 up, as you can see. So it locks out your opponent from summoning there. Then quick effect, I can target 1 face-up monster my opponent controls, negate its effect until the end of its turn. Then I can move it to one of the zone this points to. Then when my monster attacks, I can banish all the monsters this card points to. Obviously I can use it once per turn. So this is our main card. This is the only link monster we go to. Everything else is just part of the pot fodder pretty much. So we play double Nightmare Unicorn, double Nightmare Cerberus, double Nightmare Phoenix, play 1 Nightmare Griffin, 1 Borosaur Dragon, 1 Borlo Dragon, 1 Akashic Magician, 1 Barricade Board Blocker to reuse the field spell, and 1 Underclock Taker. But again, the only one we go into is the S-Force Justify. Everything else is pot fodder, so you can really put whatever you want in the extra deck. But yeah, let's get into some combos, shall we? All right, here's the combo. So we want to go first. This is control deck 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go ahead and activate Pot of Extravagance. Banish 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see, we banished. Not bad. Only 1 S-Force Justified. So we draw 2, 1, 2. Oh my god, that's amazing. So let's go ahead and activate Terraforming because we need the field spell. Then let's go ahead and activate Rhoda to search the S-Force Rappa Chiyomaru. Then we go ahead and activate S-Force Bridgehead to search we're gonna get S-Force Dock Tech. So I'm gonna go ahead and normal summon S-Force Edge Razor, activate the effect, special summon S-Force Rapper Chiyomaru. I'm gonna activate its effect, banish S-Force Gravitino, return this card to my hand. Then I'm going ahead and special summon S-Force Latina in defense mode. Then S-Force Platina's effect activates. I get to special summon 1 banished monster. So I'm going to go ahead and special summon S-Force Gravitino. S-Force Gravitino's effect, when it's no more special summon, I could add a S-Force card from my deck to my hand. So I'm going to go ahead and add S-Force Chase. Then I'm going to go ahead and set S-Force Chase. Now if I wanted to, I could link into S-Force Justify because I have Retroactive in my hand. But I think I'm going to leave the 3 S-Force monsters just so I can maximize my S-Force Chase. And then also all monsters in the S-Force column cannot be used as a link material for link 3 or higher. All monsters lose 600 attack, and then all monsters are banished. So in each column they do that. And then on my opponent's turn, I can special summon S-Force Dock Tech. So I can pass here. Then my opponent normal special summons wherever, I can activate this, special summon it, and now have 4. And now in any of these 4 columns, they cannot activate their monster effects. So they're kind of like gypped out. So then they activate something and then they're kind of busted. Then they do something, I can bounce 4 cards. So that's how easily they swarm the field, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, this deck is a control deck. I usually like to play combo or aggressive decks, so this is a change of pace for me. But let's try something if we go second, shall we? All right, here we are for going second. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's a ghost order. That's nice. And my go draw. I'm gonna go and activate Pot of Extravagance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Draw 2. 1, 2. Another Ghost Ogre, another Chiyomaru. This is kind of tough. So the only thing I can do is I can go ahead, normal Rappa, activate the effect by banishing Latina. Add this to my hand. Then I can special summon a monster. I'm gonna go ahead and special summon S-Force Gravitino. S-Force Gravitino effect. I can search for S-Force card. So I'm gonna go ahead and search for, I think I'm gonna need to get S-Force Showdown just so I can do something. So I'm gonna activate S-Force Showdown. I'm gonna special summon the Rappa. Then I'm gonna go ahead and link 3, 1, 2, and 3 because I can link from my hand to special summon S-Force Justify. Right? So I'm gonna go ahead and activate its effect, move this, its effect is negated. Attack, they're all banished. Main phase 2, I can set 2. This is gonna allow me to revive Latina. So then, you know, end phase, they're trying to have a Ghost Ogre. I can take their Crackdown, then I can do this, special summon the Latina in a column. And that's pretty much it. But yeah, you know what? You really want to go first with this deck. Obviously the side deck is very important, but you know, it's just a thing, you know, you never if you go first or second. But don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. Hopefully you guys like this. It's your boy Migz signing off. Thanks again.